have any provision to deal with the matter of a retail store or warehouse with loading dock for diesel-powered vehicles in any residential district. As we already know, a retail store or warehouse with a loading dock for diesel-powered vehicles should not be allowed in all the residential districts in the first place. In the past, due to lack of regulation in the zoning ordinance, the zoning hearing board of the city of Bethlehem had treated those issues as any other conforming properties in residential district without any regard to the negative health impact to the nearby residents, and they did totally disregard any additional setback requirement for such non-conforming use. Without any adequate safeguard requirement, the toxic exhaust fume and noise from diesel-powered vehicles at the loading dock will infiltrate neighbors' homes and outdoor living space, including patio and yard, in a close distance. According to EPA studies, diesel exhaust fume causes respiratory distress, lung cancer, asthma, and even death. There are regulations to eliminate such diesel exhaust exposure to humans in order to protect the human health. We hope you and other city council members will take this issue into consideration before a new zoning ordinance is approved, regardless of such structure is located, where it will be located in our community. In comparison, in our new zoning ordinance and existing ordinance, as I quote below, in the current ordinance, there's a clear requirement specified in Article 132203 called additional requirement for certain use. Those use requirement is for not only non-conforming but also conforming use. Our question is why there's none for retail store or warehouse with loading dock for diesel-powered vehicles. I do not want to repeat all those paragraphs here. I just give you one example in this first page, number 1, BB. For example, hotel or motel. They even have the requirement for truck-trailer parking, and that should be at minimum 50 feet from any lot of principal dwellings. As right now, you know there's no any provision to address the issue. So that's why zoning ordinance treat the loading dock for diesel-powered vehicles as any residential structures, as long as they meet the minimum requirement 25 feet or 40 feet, they are allowed to build. Does that make sense? So I'm asking your help to sponsor a resolution on page number 2 and should pass the resolution to no part of loading dock should be located within 100 feet of a residential unit boundaries.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll make the whole document part of the record.
Thank you.
Any other comments? Mr. Grubb to Mr. Antalis.
Good job, John.
Dana Grubb, 2420 Henderson Place. The couple that were up here earlier from out on Elliott Avenue in that neighborhood, that's becoming an all too familiar issue throughout residential areas in the city, where the quality of life, the ambiance, the lifestyle that people have grown accustomed to is being impacted by development that is contrary to a style of living that people have created for themselves. And hopefully as you work your way through the zoning ordinance, some of these things can be resolved. It's very disheartening because it seems to be a regular cry different neighborhoods around the city. Councilman Dolan, you were discussing earlier the host fee. And I hear a lot of the same things around the city, and I'm going to kind of give you an interpretation of what I'm hearing from people. I don't think it's a question of how much more government costs, and that the money's being used to deal with those increased costs. I think it's more an issue for a lot of people of what increased resources and services are being provided as a result of the host fee, and the impact of the casino. You know, a lot of people think that it's being used to supplant existing revenue sources. How many more police officers have been hired? How many more paramedics? How many more firefighters? What additional services have been provided to address the impact of the casino? What additional public facilities have been added as a result of that? And I think a lot of people kind of saw it kind of like hitting the lottery, where all of a sudden you've got extra money and you can kind of take care of the things that ordinarily you wouldn't take care of. And I think that's where the translation is being lost, and where people are befuddled, disappointed, frustrated, because they don't see that they're getting anything extra out of their local government. So that's the sense I get from a lot of people that I talk to, and quite frankly, I wonder too. You know, why aren't we getting anything in addition to what we were getting before the casino? And I think that's the challenge, to show people what the casino host fee has provided above and beyond kind of the baseline government they were getting before the casino. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Antalix.
Stephen Antalix, 737 Ridge. At the last meeting, I presented comments on Southside traffic, and of course, after my comments, the mayor added his from an idealistic point of view, which I couldn't comment on, so I'm back here to give you the new reality. The rectangle between New to Hayes, 3rd to 4th Street, I consider the Southside automotive labyrinth. I programmed my Garmin GPS to intersections within that labyrinth. When I hit enter, it began flashing red, and a voice came out of it and said, "This device will self-destruct in 30 seconds." At which point I rolled the window down, and as it began to smoke, I threw it away. Going back to Webster Street, with the accuracy of a stopwatch of maybe 1%, the red light is 1 minute and 33 seconds, and the green light on Webster is 10 seconds. On Lynn, which is another bad area, the red is 1 minute and 15 seconds, the green is 10 seconds. Now, concerning Pearson and Buchanan, there have been road closed signs since I can remember, of age since I saw the first one. Since the last council meeting and before that, up to today, passing out routinely a number on occasions, I have seen no activity. No activity. And specifically on Pierce, there's a backhoe device parked laterally across, and that's not been moved in at least 3 weeks. Next, if you come out Evans Street, there are signs all over saying Pierce Buchanan roadblock, but there's no sign telling you go with your left, right, up, or down. But when you come out of Evans Street, cross Hayes, there's a sign on the far side of Evans across Hayes that says a white, black and white sign saying limited access, bank only. Now, if you by mistake go into that, The next thing you know, you're confronted with a do not enter sign a block beyond the bank says do not enter, and a right turn onto Perry Street says do not enter. So you've got to back out. Now, if they put a do not enter sign, bank access only, you wouldn't make the mistake of going into the intersection. No. Number 4, Fillmore Street. You come down beyond 4th, all of a sudden you run to do not enter one way. You can't go left, you have to go right. If you go right, you now have Pearson Buchanan Streets, and then you go another block, you've got to make another right turn. So you're into another circle to try and cross down to 3rd Street. Adams Street. If you come down Adams Street from Morton, as you want to cross 4th, it says do not enter. Now if you make the stupid mistake, which many people do, make a left turn because they want to go across town, you can either take New Street, which is heavy traffic, or continue. The next street going north is on Broadhead, another busy street. So why half of a block is one way and it's not and 2-way the other? I'm befuddled by this. Same thing on Buchanan. If you come down 4th Street, want to make a left on Buchanan, going south, it's one way, doing an enter. If you make a right turn, you go half a block, it's one way, doing an enter. I really don't understand the reasoning here, and it's almost like, what are they smoking when they do this planning? I mean, it's, I don't understand making streets one way in opposite directions using 3rd or 4th Street as the demarcation. There's no reason why it can't be 2-way all the way, because traffic on those...
Thank you, Mr. Antelix.
Oh, is that fact? Oh, really? Okay, anyway,
Thank you. Any other public comment?
you owe me a GPS, by the way.
Mr. Burtis?
Al Brentas, 1004 Johnston Drive. I hate to see Mr. Antelix get cut off when he's on a roll. I'm going to be really brief so I can get up to Perkins, one of that crew. But I don't want to really blow a lot of wind tonight because you guys get tired of hearing all that stuff. But I'll give my key point right off the bat so you can listen, everybody, okay? Because I get tired of everybody talking to everybody else when the people up here are trying to talk. So I would like some attention, thank you. I would like the council's continued support with the zoning hearing board issue over Elias. As you know, we got lost in translation here. I don't know if everybody knows the details. I think you do because I sent everything to you. There were 4 records made that to record that transcript for November 10th, 2010. 2 discs, 1 original disc, 1 backup disc, 1 audio recording, and a paper tape. None of it's available. If that doesn't sound like something stinks in town, that's bad. I'm told that really was truly an accident and an error. And I talked to the stenographer about that, and he told me with his own voice he made an error, and I detected nothing in his voice to indicate anything else. But that is extremely disappointing. All kinds of money has been spent by the residents, even all kinds of money has been spent by Elias Market to defend this. Now we may have to have a remand hearing. The city council was silent in their continued support of us as far as going forward. Because, as far as I know, all the evidence got on the record. Okay, gentlemen and ladies, the transcript's gone from November 10th. All the record is gone, all right? We need your continued support. The zoning hearing board has made a bunch of monumental errors over the years, okay? I'm not happy with them at all. I'm not happy that the mayor appoints everybody to every board in the whole city. But please support us in this issue. And over time, maybe the mayor will even concede that he'll take over nominations from the city and even from the city council. But my primary request tonight is just to continue to support us and allow Mr. Spadoni to work with us. We may have to have another remand hearing. He was there for the November 10th and November 29th, and we may have to repeat that. And thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Any other comments? If not, this meeting is adjourned.